That's cool. And then there's an open series happening at that Grand Prix.
Yeah. This is the side-by-side Grand Prix.
Yeah. All right, there he's trying to show us his hand, but it was not a very successful show. It looked like a lot of lands, I can tell you that much. All right. Adam Kai, I think he was just like, I'm not getting up. Just staying here. That's why we ended up with the Maverick mirror, I think, because Adam Kai was like, nope, staying put. So, turn 1 Hierarch.
Off of a Beta Tropical Island.
Yeah, was it a Beta Tropical Island?
No, we got an unlimited one.
Unlimited. That still adds green and blue. So Noble Hierarch for Ross as well.
I'm tapping this Noble Hierarch. Pondering his decision here.
Mother of Runes.
Mom.
Oh, Mom. Adam trying to decide what land to play second.
I like this. He's taking his time with all his plays. He's in top 8.
Yeah.
You know, no reason to be too hasty.
Although it'd be nice if that Mother of Runes had haste. He could swing for 2 right here.
I mean, if they could all finish in less than 11 minutes, that'd be great, so I can make it to 5 guys before it closes. But I mean, that's bad.
Yeah. Ask Adam. Tell him and Ross. All right, so he goes with Gaia's Cradle, Umezawa's Jite, which I think is a very, very good play, actually. I didn't realize he had the Jite there. And Adam already with several permanents on the board.
Russ was clearly very excited about his hand, but at this point, I don't know if that excitement has waned at all.
Yeah, he's in a little bit of trouble here. I think
a lot of trouble. Even if he has a 3-drop next turn, Adam can give it his guy protection from a color and then get in there with a Jit, start getting counters.
Right, he can.
And if you're in a creature mirror and your opponent's getting Jit counters, you're losing.
Yeah. I mean, right now, what I'm thinking as Adam, I'm thinking I tap that Guy's Cradle, put the Hierarch picks up the Jite, and Mother gives it pro green, and I swing in and then kill the Hierarch with a Jite counter. I say Jit, I say Jeet, I say Jite. So
yeah, just use all of them. Green Sun for 0. That's going to grab a Dryad Arbor here.
And that's actually a pretty solid play here, I think.
I'm not so sure about that because, I mean, it depends what his other play is for this turn. Has to be a white creature that's not green. No, see, now that he got that Dryad Arbor, on Adam Kai's turn, Adam can just tap the Cradle, equip the Noble Hierarch with the Jit, give the Noble Hierarch protection from green, and then attack, and then he can just
is the Dryad Arbor
start mowing
green?
Things down. Yeah, it's green.
Oh, that's right. It can be Green Sun Zenith for some reason. I'm thinking, I'm like, it's a land. It's not a color. It's colorless. I forgot it was also green. Counted as a green creature.
Adam just, every time that Jit hits, he's annihilating his opponent for 2. Eldrazi style.
He's gonna.
Oh, and with a Wasteland too. It's
this is real bad because he can
now
just waste the Dryad Arbor. He can leave Ross with 2 permanents right here.
Yeah. And that's got to be the play.
And it looks like that's so far what's happening now.
I don't know. I just don't like Zenith for Pride Mage. Is there a 1-mana guy that you use? No. Jeez,
All right.
This is really rough.
Mother of Runes gives Noble Hierarch protection from green, and Hierarch gets in for 1. Jeet gets 2 counters. Adam can decide. He's going to waste Atlanta Savannah. Okay. And
Adam's probably going to respond to that.
Sylvan Safekeeper, not an invitational card I expected to see this weekend.
No. Snapcaster Mage? Yes. Dark Confidant? Yes. Sylvan Safekeeper? Not so much.
Ollie Rad, or Rade. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I've just read it a million times. I don't know how many times I've heard it.
Ali Rade?
Rade. Ollie Rade. Okay. And Adam proceeds to wreck Ross's board. Hierarch gone. Sylvan Safekeeper gone. Ross able to put a Knight of the Reliquary onto the board, but that's just a 3/3 Knight. Now, I mean, I say just a 3/3 Knight. It's out of range of 2 Jeet counters. So that's something.
Mm-hmm.
And Swords to Plowshares on the
now
night.
He gets to move the Jit over the Mom, attack with that. It's to kill the Dryad Arbor and still has a Jit counter left over.
And that's what he's doing. Mom picks up the Jite. In for 1.
Mom, I've never seen you be so violent.
Yeah. In for 2 actually here.
Doing your best ninja impression over here.
And Jite gets 2 counters, 1 immediately hitting that Dryad Arbor. And Adam Kai has a heck of a lead here in Game 1 of the semifinals of the StarCityGames.com Legacy
Open. There's a card that can get Ross back in here. Sylvan Library is going to do its best to find that.
Yeah, it does not die to Jeet counters.
Correct. Yeah. Averting Catacombs is going to grab a Savannah for Adam Kai, who's been a bit choked here on white mana.
Just a little bit. He's got the Noble Hierarch. That's how he was able to cast the Swords to Plowshares, but ooh, whoops. Grabbed the wrong card.
Sure would be nice if you could just search for Knight of the Reliquary and put it in play with
crack my fetch, Knight of the Reliquary.
That card would be okay.
She is a forest swamp.
Alright. Now, some more Jit counters incoming. And 3 Jit counters is a lot of Jit counters. Is that a Knight of the Reliquary in Adam's hand also?
Not quite sure. Didn't see it.
Just if you just think about it, there were so many free cards picked up here by Adam from this Jit. The Jit has already Ancestral Recalled, and now it's still
active. Yeah. So Noble Hierarch makes another Mom. Mother of Runes. And Knight of the Reliquary, as you had suspected.
An attack for 2 here with Mom. 2 more Jite counters. And
you know, one of the things about those counters, they are on the Jite itself. So Mother of Runes can die, and that Jite, if it's still around, still has those counters, and they can still be used. It's the flavor-wise very, very magical sword, I think.
Yes.
It just kind of sits there and it's just like, I killed something. It's like a, oops, your Noble Hierarch stepped on a Jite. It's just lying around there.
She's so clumsy.
Basic Plains from Ross. And a Swords to Plowshares targeting Knight of the Reliquary. And yeah.
Adam's going to pop up to 23 life.
Yeah, that Mother of Runes could not protect the Knight because it has Summoning Sickness. And Adam attacked with his non-summoning sick Mother of Runes. All right, Adam draws his card. Taps Gaia's Cradle for 3 green. Looks like a Green Sun Zenith.
Green Sun Zenith for 2.
Does Green Sun Zenith have a Phyrexian watermark? It's interesting. I mean, it was obviously Green Sun Zenith. It's not that that's not what he cast, but I'm pretty sure it had a Phyrexian watermark. I did not know that. I thought Green Sun Zenith was a Mirren card, but maybe maybe I didn't see that correctly. Not important. Now,
I have no idea.
Kasali Pride Mage. I'm going to look it up, but Kasali Pride Mage is the Zenith target and joins 2 Moms and a Hierarch on board, and that's going to help the Mom do even more damage. Mother of Runes is going to attack for 3 here, and potentially more with those GT counters.
Up to 9.
Yeah, he can give her +6. Hold up. I'm gonna use a counter, just 1, looks like.
Yep. Coming in
for 5 then, huh?
5 then.
And 2 more counters added. After that, see, this is where it gets crazy out of hand. It's like, you just use counters. How did you get counters? This is crazy. After the attack, Kasali Pride Mage.
Good timing. He leaves him. He's still swinging for lethal with that Mom.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just, this is crazy, like how good that card is. The Sylvan Library gets destroyed by the Kasali Pride Mage. It's a violent little Pride Mage. Took down the whole library. Just went in there.
Pride Mage off the top.
And there...
It's about as good as it gets for Ross there.
Yeah, and so Adam going to gain some life here.
Yeah, Adam's got to...
about the best thing he can do.
Gain 8. And, go to 31 here.
Bet you he wishes he had pumped things a little bit more.
Yep, he can have Ross at 5 right now. And that's 4 points of power there.
Well, Adam, though, at 31 life.
Cracking him for 3, putting Ross down to 6. Making 4 mana. 5 mana? What's 5 mana? Knight of the Reliquary. Needed the white mana there from the Savannah.
Green Sun Zenith does indeed have a Phyrexian watermark.
Ah.
It's kind of odd. I
never noticed that. And I've looked at that card many times.
I noticed it only because Adam had a foil, and it kind of caught the light the right way. So Ross looking...
The wild card, as we call it. Ross is trying to think as hard as he can.
Yeah, it looks like he's in about the situation he's in. No, I mean,
he looks like Cousin It when he goes into that. Pulls the hair over his face. A Scavenging Ooze. It's a pretty good one. The fact that it gains some life, also very nice here.
Yeah. Passes back now.
He's
only going to be able to go up to 7 here on this turn.
And I believe the Knight is lethal then. Is it?
I'm trying to figure. He's got Wasteland, Fetch Land, and it's going to be another Wasteland. So it's a 5/6 power Knight if I'm correct here. It will be a 6 power Knight. I don't know how many lands are in Adam's graveyard. I do know that there's at least 2 Wastelands and a Fetch. So it's at least a 5/5. Will attack is a 6/6. Pro green.
Yeah, so
probably.
Yeah, Adam can give Galactic Pro green, can give Knight Pro green, and then can attack with both and go 2/7. Correct?
Yeah, so it looks like so. Yeah, that would work. Yeah.
He's not attacking. He's not.
Huh. Interesting. Lethal. Very interesting. I would think that you would want to. I mean, I don't know. Does Adam have any cards in his hand? I don't think he does. I think he has no cards in hand. He's just attacking with Galactic. Okay.
All right. I mean, playing Magic all day.
Oh, okay, no. Okay, so he is He is activating the knight here. Maybe he has a different plan. He's getting a wasteland. Okay, he's gonna.
He's making sure he wins, but instead of just winning this turn.
Yeah, I think.
And, you know, sometimes you get onto a plan and you attach yourself to it so much that you just think tunnel vision.
Yeah. So here are we going to see a legendary. Yeah. Not only am I killing your guy's cradle, but pretty much just scooping him up. So Ross unable to recover from that ridiculous situation with the Jite. You know, Jite comes down, and I mean it's not that ridiculous of a situation. It's just what Jite does, and he was just so far behind.
Yeah.
Just because of that.
Now this is the semifinals after game 1.
It is.
And as many of you know, we're about to give away 6 free months of premium.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want to win these 6 free months of premium, you're going to have to answer a question. And you answer that question on Twitter, and remember to include hashtag SCGPremium. That's who it's important that you tweet it to, because those are the tweets we're going to check. If you answer correctly, there's a chance that you will be the one getting 6 free months of premium.
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting. So, there are a lot of Maverick decks in this top 8.
Yeah, there are.
A whole lot of them. And our last question was also about Maverick. But I don't want to know about Maverick. I'm wondering, is there any other decks still in contention? We're down to the top 4.
Yeah.
And Maverick's just dominated this tournament. But I'd like to know if there's another deck in top 4. And there is. And I'd like to know what it is.
Because we forgot.
I forgot. I have no idea. Can you tell me? Please.
No, I don't remember.
You don't know?
No. But yeah, there is one other deck. There's one other non-Maverick deck in the top 4. You guys just write the name of that deck on Twitter. Add the hashtag SCGPremium, which is over here. Woo!
Yeah.
I'm trying to do the weatherman thing again here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. We have to like look down at it, which makes us look really strange. And Sam Stodd's over there watching us like we're crazy. So yeah, tweet your answer with the hashtag SCGPremium, and you could win 6 months of free Star City Premium access. That's till the end of September, right? Your premium would run out just as the fall set is being is the pre-release or coming out, right?
Yeah, you will have already played with M13, gotten all the strategy tips on how to play M13 Limited,
and everybody will be saying goodbye to the Titans. Sam Stodd already has a special plan for saying goodbye to the Titans, and you know.
I do not want to remember them.
Remember the Titans, please. No.
It's been so long since I could play a 5-drop. Like, please.
So speaking of the fall set, someone asked us on Twitter yesterday, you know, hey, what's the set after M13? And we don't know yet. It hasn't been announced. All we know is Avacyn restored M13 and fall set. Mm-hmm. Which is interesting because I feel like right around now we know the name of the fall set, but I guess it's usually announced right around now. Who knows? Maybe it's going to be announced midnight tonight.
Yeah, in like 4 minutes.
Well, it's not that close to midnight, but your clock is wrong. But yeah, we could know in an hour and 23 minutes what the
I hope it's a food-based set. Where all the cards are food.
Like bananas, B-A-N-A-N-A-S? You want the set to be bananas?
Exactly.
So we've got the fall set is bananas. And then I think the set after that is going to be nuts. It's just going to be nuts.
Nuts.
It's gonna be nuts. This set's bananas. Then we got nuts.
Let's get green cards. Protein. Anyway. We're going into game 2 here, and let's look at these sideboards.
Yeah, let's
do that.
Let's do that. I'm not going to look at Pat Cox's sideboard since he is not one of these guys playing, unfortunately.
He's no longer involved. He was beaten by the player
playing the deck.
We're looking for the deck of.
Yeah, I'm looking for the deck list. Who do you have over there? You have Adam Kai.
I have Adam Kai.
I'm looking for Ross Merriam, and I am not finding it.
So Adam Kai, in his board for the mirror, has Linvala, Keeper of Silence.
As does Ross.
And Gutshot. He has 2 of each.
And 2 Linvala for Ross. Do not see the Gutshots. Does have a Path to Exile. Does have a Gideon Jura, which I
that's
think
brutal
is
in this
awesome.
mirror.
I want to see Gideon Jura in Legacy.
So do I.
There was another player who I believe tweeted earlier this weekend that he had won with Gideon Jura in every format but Vintage. And he typically likes a different white Planeswalker, plays her in every format he can, and he also he has these cool Ascension sleeves that he always uses. Yeah, that would be Brian Kibler. We're not going to make that a trivia question. We'll just tell you it was Brian Kibler. Brian apparently played Gideon in his Legacy deck in the Invitational and won with him. With Gideon at some point. So
yeah, I mean, it's a very powerful effect, especially now that the format has kind of become this creature war, because the hate bearers are so good, and just the aggression backed up by disruption that is available to various Delver decks is just so good against combo that it's kind of forced the format into a place where people are just playing dudes, and if people are playing dudes, Gideon is exactly where you want to be. A side note, I don't think it's going to come in here.
No?
But
I think you should bring it in just for...
Oh, no, the Gideon will come in. But I just wanted to mention that Ross has Armageddon in his sideboard.
Yeah, I was going to mention that too. But yeah, Armageddon in his sideboard as a one-of. But yeah, Gideon will be exciting to see. Now, keep in mind, Adam is aware of Ross's deck list. He does have it, so he knows there is a Gideon there to potentially come in. He also knows there's an Armageddon that could come in. I mean, don't think so, but he knows it's possible. And that, to me, makes it more appealing. He's going to probably leave that. You think he leaves the Gaddock Tegan, Adam? Or do you think, just for the Gideon kind of thing happening? Also, stop
Elspeth. Elspeth's really good here too.
Elspeth as well, yeah, for sure.
It doesn't hurt him at all. Like, turns off his Green Suns, but turns off his opponent's Green Suns too, and he's going to use a Green Sun to grab it, potentially. Well, I doubt it. Green Sun's probably getting something of a little more value.
Well, Ross decides he needs to mulligan. Go into 5, actually. So he's already mulliganed.
And not a good thing for him.
Not good, but I mean, at the same time,
he needs to be careful about Adam doctoring his deck, because his deck is in the same sleeve color as Adam's shirt, so Adam can just camouflage it into his shirt.
Right. He's also, I think he sprayed adhesive on the shirt, so he can pick up Ross's cards and just go to scratch his shoulder and stick a card to his shirt, and you won't even know.
Yeah.
It's a scary thing.
Very, very hard to beat.
So yeah, but Ross being down a game, it makes sense. He needs to mulligan a little more aggressively than he may if he were up a game. It's important that he has something that's going to give him a reasonable start, and I can't imagine he goes below 5, but he wants to win this match so he can go face Todd Anderson in the finals. So Todd Anderson advances to the finals 2-0.
Yeah, Todd Anderson beats Sneak Attack.
Yeah, that's
with his
interesting.
Maverick deck. Not an easy thing to do.
No, so
we're gonna have that time frame.
We're gonna have an all Maverick finals. But first we have an all Maverick
5-card hand. Sup?
Yeah. First we have an all Maverick semifinals here with Ross Merriam with a 5-card opener that
curves and Mother of Runes into a Kasali Pride Mage.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
5-card openers go. That's what you want to do.
How about a good 3-card opener in Standard? Can you think of one that maybe
a
wins on turn 4,
Probe, a Geist of Saint Trapped, and
Invisible Stalker.
Elishnorn.
Yeah. Oh no, wait! I don't think the Elishnorn is that good. All right, so Ross Merriam, Mother of Runes, and Kasali Pride Mage versus Adam Kai with a Forest.
Yeah, and despite the mulligan, I mean, this format is very tempo-oriented, and it's looking like Ross may just be able to run Adam over. Of course, it's important to remember that these games don't go excessively long. And, just a Linvala kind of changes the entire dynamic of this game almost instantly, so...
Adam cracks a second fetch land.
Adam also has Fauna Shaman, so he can Green Sun for Fauna Shaman and use that to tutor for Linvala. Grabbing a basic plains, Adam Kai, wisely playing around Wasteland here. When your opponent is curving out well with this type of deck, then it becomes more important to play around Wasteland because the Wastelands become so much more of, you know, a threat because your opponent's applying pressure while they're disrupting you.
Right.
You know, if they don't do much on their opening turns, you can just find Savannahs to make your mana perfect because they're not attacking you.
Yeah. So Adam adds Fauna Shaman to his side of the board.
Yeah, and that's just what I was talking about. If he has a few creatures in hand, this is going to allow him to do really well against whatever Ross can throw at him.
Ross attacks Adam for 3 and adds a Knight of the Reliquary to the board. So we've got Adam and his Fauna Shaman facing down quite a board. Mother of Runes, Kasali Pride Mage, and Knight of the Reliquary. Now I believe that Knight is just a 2/2 at this point, but has the potential to become a 3/3 if as soon as Ross has an opportunity to use that Wasteland, which at this point Adam just gives him the opportunity just here, okay, with a dual land here.
Now, pretty interesting. Remember, Ross mulliganed to 5 this game.
Yeah, and it looks to
and
me...
he went Mom, Pride Mage, Knight on the play, on the mull to 5. That's awesome. That's got to feel good.
He's fine with that opener, you know, free him for his opponent, and as long as he can start with this. All right, Adam matches the Knight of the Reliquary, but his
is bigger.
His is a 4/4 right now. Best Ross can do right now is make his a 3/3. But if he makes his a 3/3 with the Wasteland, Adams becomes a 5/5. So it's a very kind of strange situation. Now, what also can happen here? All right, so yeah, he breaks the Horizon Canopy. His Knight is a 3/3. He can go Wasteland your Savannah. Now Ross's Knight is a 4/4. Adams is a 5/5, but Ross's is a 5/5 as well because of Exalted.
Adam would gladly trade though.
Right.
With Ross mulliganing to 5 on the play, trading is super duper ideal for Adam.
But yeah, I don't think that would be a likely situation because I think Mother of Runes would make sure that the trade is not happening. But yeah, I mean that's not even really a line of play I'm suggesting. It's just trying to think of how big the Knights can get in the meantime.
Yeah, Misty Rainforest.
Misty Rainforest off of the Knight. So instead of attacking with a Knight, he activates it. Searches for a Misty, cracks the Misty, gets a Forest, and now his Knight is actually bigger.
A contest to see whose is bigger. That's what often happens in this matchup.
And
another
a second Knight. So not only does
do
his Knights trump Adams, but he's got 2 of them to Adams 1. And Ross has all the momentum from game 1 that Adam had. It has swung to the other side of the table.
Very true.
Horizon Canopy from Adam. It's almost as if these guys are playing 2 very similar decks.
It is. It's so strange.
It's like a mirror match. Alright, so Adam taps 2. Says, Noble Hierarch, Noble Hierarch.
I believe he'll probably just pass the turnover.
It's possible. Yeah, there it is. So pass back.
Now, this puts Ross in a really bad spot because Adam can end step use his Fauna Shaman to search up a Linvala, and then on his turn he can play the Linvala, and once the Mother of Runes loses his activated ability, then he can start using the Swords to Plowshares in his hand to just pick apart Ross's team. And we have to remember that Adam has a lot more cards. Of course, Noble Hierarchs, you know, they're cards, but they're not none of the reliquaries.
No, they are not. Alright, so Ross trying to figure out how he wants to do this. Alright, so he's going to Wasteland
the Horizon Canopy, I imagine.
The Horizon Canopy. He's going to play a Windswept Heath. Ross doing a little bit of combat math. And he decides he's going to swing in with his knight. Now, how many lands in the graveyard? Those are all lands. There are 4 or 5 lands in the graveyard.
It's a 6/6, but
it can be a. Is it a 6/6 or is it a 7/7?
It's a 7/7 with the Exalted trigger.
Right, and can be an 8/8 with the Windswept Heath, and even bigger if his other knight activates. So it's a big. That's a big knight.
It's humongous.
It is. And Adam trying to decide exactly how he wants to play this.
I was thinking about getting a Maze of It, I imagine.
Did Adam take that hit? Is he at 7?
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay. And a Wasteland.
Interesting choice here.
Yeah. Now that Caracas is dangerous for Linvala, so I suppose that was what he's thinking.
Yes.
He wants to get rid of that Caracas. Yeah.
Seems to be a little bit of discussion here. A Wasteland takes out that Caracas there, and Ross is going to float a white.
Okay.
Now, end step, Adam, using this Fauna Shaman, almost assuredly going to grab a Linvala.
Yeah, now that the Caracas is out of the way, he is very, very. Well, he feels a lot safer going with the Linvala at this point. So.
Yeah, I mean, Linvala does a lot of work. Ooh.
Oh, Elish Norn? How is he
Oh my goodness, he has
Gaia's Cradle.
He has Loyal Retainers in his deck, doesn't he?
Does he? Wait. Is he the
Hold
one
on,
with the
is he the one with
retainers?
the Loyal Retainers?
What are you looking for?
He's the one with the Loyal Retainers. That's so sweet.
Does he have Gaia's Cradle?
All right, so for those of you who don't know what Loyal Retainers does, it's a card from Portal 3 Kingdoms. It costs a colorless and 2 white, and it's a 1/3. It says you can sacrifice it during your pre-combat main phase to return a legend from your graveyard to the battlefield. So what he does is he uses the Fauna Shaman, he's going to discard the Elish Norn, search his library for Loyal Retainers, cast Loyal Retainers, and he's got an Elish Norn.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous.
It's pretty sweet.
He could also just play a Gaia's Cradle and cast the Elish Norn.
Yeah, that could happen too. But Loyal Retainers is definitely the sweeter
Loyal Retainers
way.
is very exciting. I'm just saying. He's got 2 ways to cast an Elish Norn right now.
Man, why couldn't it have been the Loyal Retainers? That would have been so much sweeter.
Knight of the Reliquary does a good job of searching up lands. What could he do? What kind of land could he find? No, you're right. He could tutor a Loyal Retainer. He could tutor up a Gaia's Cradle.
Yeah, if Ross deals with this Elish Norn, we can be sure that Loyal Retainers.
Oh god.
All right, so Ross is responding by activating.
He saw Elish Norn on the table and knows that he is in quite a pickle.
Yeah.
Oh, so Ross, yes, stops that plan, gets a Gaia's Cradle of his own. Adam now says, now what do I search for?
I think he's just trying to get Adam to search for a Wasteland. He's like, oh, please search for a Wasteland. I just really
well, that's
want
what I mean.
to.
He's gonna have to search for a Wasteland because he can't go on the Gaia's Cradle planet now. Gaia's Cradle.
It's because legendary, but he floated
legendary.
mana, right? So it doesn't matter. He can just use the Fauna Shaman to search for the You just discard the Elishnorn and use the Loyal Retainer.
Now he's on the Loyal Retainer plan. All right, so you know that's he had 2 routes to get an Elishnorn in play, and it appears that he is going to get he's going to successfully execute one of those plans.
And there's Loyal Retainers. This Loyal Retainers is non-English. There are probably less than 500 Loyal Retainers in English that are, you know, in actual
because it was in
cell circulation. Yeah. One of the most rare cards in the set.
He also finds the Guy's Cradle, which was a wasteland, basically. He just used it as a wasteland.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we're gonna see Elishnorn.
I wonder how much Loyal Retainers is worth.
It's going up as we speak, as people are seeing this. You checking that out?
Yeah, checking that out right now. I mean, I haven't seen that card in so many years. I haven't seen anybody mention that card.
So here we go. Loyal Retainers gets an Elishnorn into play, and now Ross is left with just Knight of the Reliquary. Oh, and another Knight of the Reliquary.
Oh my god, I almost threw up.
Did Adam just play Bajuka Bog? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, that was ridiculous. Bajuka Bog.
That was awesome. I mean,
that just...
All right, Adam Kai, your deck is sweet. It may be a green-white creature deck,
did not
but you just
expect the Bajuka Ball.
Yeah, your opponent just had like 2 10/10 Knights in play, and you were like, "Hey, buddy, you want to know what? I'm gonna make you have no permanence in play next turn by activating my Fauna Shaman, and you're gonna block. You're gonna block my